Hey everyone, this is Jano with Black Octopus Sound, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make your own unique cat instrument using samples from the Meowlbum by Meredith Bull. This is a really amazing new sample pack that has everything from these full song kits where you get Meredith's incredible vocals to her signature cat loops. You might be wondering, what are cat loops? These are all samples and loops that she created with cat and cat textures, so check this out. There's some fun samples in there, but what if you wanted to make your own instrument? Now this doesn't just apply for cat samples. This can really apply for any of our loops. If you want to turn it into an instrument, let me show you how. So once you have one that you like, what we're going to do is we're going to just drag it on to an empty MIDI channel here. This will automatically turn it into a simpler instrument. Now right off the bat, what you could do is actually set this to slice mode, arm the track, and then from here, this allows you to play slices of that loop. That isn't what we want to do, although that is a cool option. What I want to do is I want to right-click this and transform this from a simpler into a sampler. Now, what happens is when I play this, we're starting from the start point. So what you want to do is you want to identify part of this sample that you want to be your sound for your instrument. So let's say I wanted to grab the end of this. Now I'm going to move the ending point since we aren't going to want it to go any further. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an audio effect. I'm going to go into our audio effects and I'm going to grab tuner. Now what you want to do is when you play a C, you want to see what note it's playing. So this is an F. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to an F. So now when I'm playing C, we can see I'm playing C. So you can see we're already starting to turn this into our own instrument. I can play chords with it, for example. How can we further sculpt this? Well, in this pitch oscillator tab, we have a pitch envelope where we can add a positive pitch envelope. So we're starting from a higher pitch, plus 12 semitones going down, which can be used for a little bit of punch. Here we add a little bit of click to that. Or what I prefer doing is actually the opposite. Let's start from minus 12. And hear how we get that wow, wow type sound at the beginning? Because we're starting from an octave down and we're going up. There's a few other things we could do. There's a spread knob, so we could add some stereo width. There's an FM oscillator. There's an FM tab, so we can actually add frequency modulation to this sound. For example, if you want to be a bit more metallic, we could do something like that. I'm going to turn it off though. If you wanted it to have a softer attack, we have the volume controls. So we can add an attack. Or we could make it more of a tight pluck. In here you also have things like distortion, which we could add. If you want to beef up the sound a bit. Or if you want this to be a sustaining instrument, in this main section here, there's actually a sustain mode. When we turn this on, we get these little loop brackets we can play with. And if I zoom in here, we can take our loop bracket, find a nice spot, and create a crossfade. Now it's a nice sustaining instrument. Again, now we can play chords, for example. So there we go. That's how you can take any loop, including the Meowlbum's cat loops, and turn them into your own custom instrument in Ableton Live. Thanks everyone. This has been Juno with Black Octopus Sound.